Everyone, we're going to be starting soon. Hi guys. Hi Danny. Hi Gary. Gary, hi. Hi James. David, hi. Lexon, hi, welcome. Luke, hello. Win, hi. Okay, let me just get ready. Feel free to pop in any questions. I'm just going to share my screen. Okay. So, yeah, welcome. Oh, there's more people. Hi. Hi, James. Excellent. Feel free to ask questions. So I welcome to today's Sunday market update for Sunday, 19th of November. And I'm going to just go through a couple of charts that I'm looking at for next week. And yeah, feel free just to pop your questions in the chat. Sunday market. Here we go. So the first chart I'm looking at is CAD CHF. And I'm looking to see if this will continue in the downward motion that it broke through last week. So let's have a look. Where is my annotating tool? Let me just set that up. Okay. So last week, we had this. We had this level of support that I was looking to see if we have a bounce of that area, basically to create a double bottom. But that didn't happen. So now we have price action has gone below, and we have so far two bars that closed underneath that level. On the weekly chart, we currently have one close underneath that level. Not very far. So this week, what we're looking at, or what I'm looking at, is to see where that price action will continue to go. If we have price action continue to the downside, and we have a few more candles here, which would be in line with the seasonality for the next week, then I would be looking for a pullback to that level, previous level of support, and then see if there is a reversal pattern of some sort to then look to go short. If that is not the case, then obviously we might just have price action back to the previous, levels. So we might have some kind of small bar and maybe then a bigger bar and then back above what will be the new weekly pivot. Weekly pivot will be lower. So as of tomorrow, weekly pivot will be down here. Okay. So we're looking at basically a retest of that weekly pivot, bounce of that weekly pivot to go short with the seasonality, unless broken back above. So watch that price, see what happens there. Next pair I'm looking at is Euro GBP. And Euro GBP is a So we're currently back at that previous level of support. Okay. We have good cyclicity. The seasonality is bearish. So if there is a reversal, we could be going back down. However, weekly pivot is going to be higher. Let me just change the color. There we go. Weekly pivot next week will be higher. So if we have price action that keeps going up and then comes down to bounce off that level, then we could be looking for long. However, we do have conflict with the seasonality. So just check before looking at long opportunities on this. Next one is Euro New Zealand. And Euro New Zealand, I'm looking for short opportunities here. So at the moment, we are in a bit of a range with this. At the moment, but we did have a lower high from the previous, and we already had a lower low. And now we are in this basically this range here. Next week, pivot will be higher, but I see these reversals here as a sign that price really does not want to go higher, which correlates with seasonality being bearish. So I would be looking for price action to reverse and looking for short opportunities. So either reversal at the top of the channel to go short. Probably actually, let me just redraw that, because we will have the weekly pivot at this level. So I would want something that closes below the weekly pivot to look for short, and the first take profit just before the monthly pivot, or wait for price action to go lower, break underneath, and retest there. So looking for short opportunities like that. All right, let me know if you've got any questions. New Zealand, let me just move that down a little bit. Okay, next currency pair I'm looking at is GBP CAD. And GBP CAD, looking for long opportunities here. Even though the channel is very wide, but we could still have opportunity to go higher in terms of following this price action channel here. At the moment, it's in a bit of a range, a bit of an indecision. So would like to see basically price to pull back to the bottom and look for long opportunities then. The weekly pivot will be higher, will be there, and goes with the bullish seasonality. So we could see that price action keep going, maybe to that level there. Okay, then we have GBP JPY, and GBP JPY is looking, I'm looking for long on this as well. So we have the previous high, which we've had a couple of closes above, quite a decently big bullish candle, but after that there was no follow through, just came straight back. We are still in this channel though, so if we have price action looking like going higher next week, then looking for long opportunities there. Next, let me see what's next one. Okay, GBP USD. GBP USD also looking for long if we have a bounce of that previous level. So we had this level here, like that, broken above. Weekly pivot will be higher, so weekly pivot will be here. So looking for any, you know, sort of pull back in this sort of area and then bounce above. Here, that area, the channel down here has really already been broken. So looking for long opportunities on this. Okay, New Zealand CAD. New Zealand CAD, looking for long opportunities on New Zealand CAD. Yeah. So yeah, we're back above that previous level of support. So looking for that price action to basically continue up, and then looking for some kind of pullback. So weekly pivot is going to be higher. So looking at this channel there to continue, which is with seasonality as well on both the 5-year average and 10-year average, and looking for a price reversal around that point there. Looking for long opportunities. New Zealand CAD, New Zealand JPY. A lot of the JPY crosses are very similar. So if you are taking these trades, make sure that you are managing your risk. If you're entering one, that's okay. If you're going to enter multiples, then you know, work out your risk appropriately so that you're not doubling up on risk with similar pairs that are correlated. So here with this one, seasonality is bullish, right? So we've had these previous highs. Price did close twice above, but then came straight back. Weekly pivot will be higher. So would be looking for long if we have price action come back. Otherwise, price might just continue back to the bottom of that channel, which, because it's at the top, it's in at the high point. So if this is our low, high, higher low, high, and now it's at higher high, it is quite likely that we might actually have price pull back all the way to the bottom. But nevertheless, if we're looking for long opportunities, we would want to see price action come back above the weekly pivot. Or if it does keep going short, let me see, then we could have something that looks like this, where we basically just have a little green bar come up, and then we might get more red bars to the bottom of the channel, and then looking for a reversal around that for a long opportunity there. Okay. Okay, last one is USD CAD. So with USD CAD, everything's actually indicating long, right? On this, we have, the long channel seasonality being bullish. Weekly pivot will be lower next week. So weekly pivot will be there. And I'm actually looking more on the short side. So if I zoom out a little bit, you will see that we have this level here of all the resistance and price action being rejected there on multiple times. And the price action has not been there for quite a few years. So I'm looking to see if basically we get some kind of rejection of this area and probably looking for short opportunities there. At the moment, we have this price just going into a triangle. So we want that price action to get out of that area and to show us which way price will be going. We look on the weekly. At the moment, we have indecision. Yeah, so we had bullish candle, bearish candle, bullish candle, bearish candle. This candle is inside the previous one. So that means indecision. And it's also shown on the daily chart with basically just the price squeezing and squeezing into a point. So in this area, what we want to see is price break out of that triangle, either up. If it does break above, then obviously we want to wait for the retest and look for long opportunities. If it breaks underneath, then we want to wait for some kind of follow through, then a retest and looking for short opportunities. So yeah, my preference would be for short because of the price action, but because of the seasonality, it's showing bullish. So, either way, we just need to wait for that price action to confirm where the market will be going. No point in guessing, wait for the confirmation and wait for the price action. Okay, so those are the charts that I'm looking at. Let me have a look if there's any questions. Put them in the chat if you have any questions. Okay, so clarifying the seasonality and the blue line direction. Yeah, definitely with the EMA, which is the blue line, you would be looking for the blue line to be in confluence with the direction of the channel or the direction that you want to trade. So, if the price action is flowing up, then usually the blue line will also be going upwards. When the price action reverses, then you would be looking for short opportunities. But you're trying to get multiple levels to correlate together. So it could be the channel, could be weekly pivot, could be support and resistance, it could be EMAs, it could be other EMAs. So yeah, if the more correlation, the stronger the level, I guess. So let's say we've got our monthly pivot here and weekly pivot will be here. So that's already 2 levels. Plus, if the EMA is somewhere here, that's 3 levels that are going to be either a level of support or resistance. So then by waiting for the price action to see if the price action happens underneath, comes back and bounces off that level, then we would be looking for short. If the price action continues above and comes back and bounces, we need that bounce of those levels of confluence, then we would be looking for long opportunities. We don't always get the bounce though. So sometimes the price will just go, for quite some time. So yeah, but it's always good to have a retest of that level of support or resistance for a good risk to reward ratio. And yeah, the seasonality, look, with the seasonality, I usually look at the next 5 days because I'm looking to trade, I'm looking to see what setups I want to take in the next week, which is the five days. So that would be like the highest weighing. The others, it's good if they are bullish too. It just means that there's a potential for there to be a bigger risk to reward ratio. If the price continues in that direction for longer than the 5 days, obviously, it means you can even scale in or have a larger risk to reward ratio target. Also, what you can do is look at the price action and see if it's actually correlating with the seasonality. And if it's not, then probably the seasonality does not affect that currency pair as much. And if it follows along and correlates quite highly, then it's a better indicator to use for that currency pair. So I hope that helped. I have provided a very clear train of thought. Greatly appreciated. Thank you. I'm glad you saw that and enjoyed it. The blue line of the seasonality line. Oh, okay. 5-year 10-year average. Yes, yeah. So I'm looking at this line here is that's the end of the week. Okay, so this is the week that I'm looking to trade in, and that's the week that I'm making decisions for. So the blue line is the one that's projected. That is the projected seasonality for the upcoming week. And here in the summary, I usually look at the summary because it's easier to read. Sometimes the line is, not that clear. But basically, if it says bullish over the next 5 days, it means that the price from here to there would have, increased in some way. It's not linear, so it's not always like this. It can be sort of like that. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. I'm just looking for the sentiment to see if it is bullish or bearish. Hope that helps. Okay, good. Clear explanation. Excellent. All right. Any other questions? If anyone else has any questions, feel free to ask now. Otherwise, we're pretty much finished. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome, Lexon. All right. If there are no more questions, you're welcome, Lionel. Welcome, Danny. Ravindran, yes, you're welcome. All right. If there's no more questions, I wish you all the best for the upcoming week. Hope you get some good trades, and I will see you in some future next whatever Sunday market or anything else that I'm part of. So thank you very much. Thanks, Callum. Thanks, Lang.